So two questions were whatever I asked before. So is all displacement distance traveled correct? This was the first one. Now if you look at this, if you look at the example, see from A to B we are moving, correct? Now displacement was what? It's the shortest distance. See in the definition only we have, it's the shortest distance between any 2 points, correct? So that means all the displacement whatever we have, it is distance traveled between 2 points. But the other way around is not possible. Okay, it's not true. Meaning the distance traveled between 2 points need not be the displacement always. Okay, need not be the displacement. Because see here from point A to point B, you have only one shortest path, right? But rest every path, it is displacement is only one path. But rest everything is nothing but the distance traveled between 2 points. Correct? So it's like saying if distance traveled is every path between A and B, only one path is displacement, that is the shortest path. Okay? Now, the next one was what happens in a circle, right? Okay, now this concept, this is very important and it's also very easy. See, you have a circular path, right? You have a circular path. You start from point A, you run through everything and you reach the same point. Now, what is the distance traveled here? You're going along the circumference of the circle, correct? You're going along the circumference. So, I can say that distance traveled is nothing but 2 pi r, because it will have some radius, right? So 2 pi r, that is the circumference, is the distance traveled. But displacement here is 0. Because, see, when we talk about displacement, it is what the shortest distance, right? Now, I start from A. Imagine, imagine I'm running through half the distance. Okay? So from A to point B. Now, this is the circumference. So this is where I'm running, right? But displacement is what? It's the shortest distance, right? It's nothing but the diameter of the circle, right? So from A to B, right? Now again from B I'm going back to A, correct? So from B to A we are moving. Now again the diameter but in opposite direction, right? Right? So in this case displacement becomes 0, because see, displacement is a vector quantity. Okay, remember vectors, we had magnitude as well as direction, right? So displacement has a direction. From A to B we are moving, that is positive. From B to A we are moving, that is negative. Okay, so what we say is, whenever we have displacement to be negative, that means we are moving in the opposite direction. Okay, suppose let's say if you are moving straight, okay, let's say towards right you are moving in a straight path. Suppose if you change the direction to left again, that is the backwards, then displacement will become negative. But distance traveled is not negative. That's why in a circular path, what you get is the circumference becomes the distance traveled, but displacement becomes 0. Okay, so remember this point very well. Okay, now a quick question. Suppose let's say, okay, imagine you're sitting in a giant wheel. Okay, all of you have been on a giant wheel. Now you start from it, you start at one cabin, and then you will go around the right, you will come back, correct? Now here, is the displacement 0? Is the displacement 0? Or can I generalize and say that, suppose I start from a point and traverse every possible route and come back to the same point. Here, is the displacement 0? Think about it. In the next video, you will get to know the answer for